the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. Shaq, what can you say about Joakim Noah, Defensive Player of the Year, 4th in MVP balloting?
Tremendous energy and effort every time he hits the floor, Ernie. Dives in the stands, hustles on every play. He sets the tone for this team. You know what I like about him the most, Ernie?
What would that be?
That ponytail.
You're really digging that, huh?
I am.
That's disturbing.
I wish I can do it.
You can't. Let's take a break. We'll be back later.
Let's meet your Chicago Bulls. At small forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 34, Mike Dunleavy. At guard, 6'7" from Marquette, number 21, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler. At the other forward position, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 16, Pau Gasol. The man in the middle from Florida, number 13, Joakim Noah. And at guard, 6'3" from Memphis, number 1, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose! The head coach for your home team is Tom Thibodeau.
And this is it. A long time coming. The start of the NBA preseason. We know you missed your hoops, and so have we. So let's get to it. We've got the Washington Wizards and the Chicago Bulls. Taking a look at Washington, and this is where the work begins. Getting into form for their first exhibition game.
Well, and what's nice about the preseason, Kev, is you really get a chance to see how some of the younger players have developed. Fans get a chance to see how the next generation of NBA stars are coming into their own with these preseason games.
And you know what, guys? Even if you have seen some of these guys before, this may be their first go-round with a new team, and you start to get an idea of how they'll fit in new surroundings.
And now Washington's starting group. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Nene down low with Gortat. And it's Pierce in at the small forward position.
Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I tell you, Kobe had suggested to him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
Here's Rose. After the made shot from Bradley Beal. Butler from outside. That's good. Butler's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And a lot of times his first quarter seems to dictate how big of a role he plays later on, and he's off to the good start.
All with it. And it's Pierce in the corner. Clock at 6. Here's Nene. Rebound by Butler.
Great defensive anticipation there to challenge that shooter.
Rose kicks to Butler. Noah dishes to Gasol. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Wall. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
And so John Wall nails both of them.
For a lot of players, leading comes naturally, but for John Wall and the Wizards, his teammates had to goad it out of him in order for him to start leading the way. when he did embrace that role, it did wonders for the franchise.
Dunleavy's shot is off.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Offensive rebound.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Butler attacking. It's tipped. Noah kicks to Rose. Butler up top. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
As far as Wall leadership, he'd seemingly been hesitant to lead his first few years in the league, but it's become more prominent the last few years as he's gained more confidence and he's grown more comfortable in his role.
Bulls shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And you look at the numbers, guys, this team shot a 73% clip over the course of last season.
And, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Now here's Beal. From the left block, nice touch on the bank shot. John Wall certainly seems to have the respect of his team, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. As a young guy who's running the point guard position, his teammates have great confidence in him as a leader, and you could see that in his growth this past season.
Here's Rose after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Wizards trailed by 3. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Randy Whitman. Doris, what did he have to say?
Well, he talked about how tough a matchup the Bulls are for any team because of their defense. He said Coach Thibodeau really knows how to prevent an offense from doing what they want. The Bulls are experts in taking away options. If we're going to win, we'll have to find a lot of different ways to get points. Indeed, they will, guys.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And here's Rose, following the three-pointer by Paul Pierce. Rose goes in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, you look at the Wizards, they've got an interesting mix of younger players and veterans, and they had tried to build their team with younger players, but a lack of leadership and maturity and professionalism led them to make some trades for more veteran presence, and you need a nice blend if you're going to win at a consistent level and get to the playoffs, and the Wizards got all the way to the second round as a result.
And for a Wizards team that has mixed results in the draft, trading for proven veterans, Steve, certainly makes some sense.
Yeah, but it may also limit their upside. I mean, that's the trade-off with a solid veteran front line and a young developing backcourt. Have to see if they can continue to climb in the East.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Pau Gasol. Now here's Pierce. Wall passes to Pierce. Back to Wall, the tray, and it's Dunleavy with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
Well, you're right. Anything less than airtight defense on him will usually result in 3 points.
And Pierce, here we go. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Pierce has got 5 points so far.
Great-looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Here's Rose. Rebound, Washington. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And that one's good by Pierce. 1:37 left in the first quarter. Wall against Rose. And good on the basket. Book it.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago. The Wizards also changing it up. DeJuan Blair, he's checked in for Nene. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Pierce. And Miller's subbed in for John Wall. Miller with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Beal dishes to Blair. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
DeJuan Blair is undersized at 6'7", playing the power forward spot, but he's wide, he's got great length, and he's extremely active on the offensive glass and really has a nice knack for finishing inside.
And for Blair, the question marks have been more at the defensive end of the floor, Steve.
Well, yeah, because it's harder for him, Kevin. He just doesn't have that height. He's got the size and the strength, but not the height. So there's certain matchups that are tough for him. But I think overall, Blair's been able to carve out a nice niche and find a good role for whatever club he's been with.
Here is Miller after the made shot from Joakim Noah. Miller kicks to Beal. Humphrey sets a pick for Beal.
Well, you saw it a little at the back of his rookie year, and he continued it last season. Brad Beal is going to be a dynamic scoring guard in this league.
And Bradley Beal listed at 6'5" in his shoes, but he plays bigger.
Yeah, he's from a football family. He'll throw his weight around to get a rebound. He still needs to work on getting to the basket. I think this guy has a tremendous future.
Well, the Wizards very high on their young, athletic backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Both so young and lively. They can run the floor and score. I get the feeling they feel like the backcourt is really the foundation for this franchise moving forward.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense. Just keep firing.
Now, here is Miller. Over to the wing. Rose with the double team. Porter kicks to Humphries. Pass to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Miller against Rose. And it's blocked by Rose. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. 4 seconds left. He takes it up and lays it in. Rose has got 8 points.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Bulls lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they've put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Bulls. At small forward and power forward, it's McDermott and Gibson. Tony Snell is out there with Heinrich, and it's Mirotic in at the 5. Now Heinrich. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
You know, one thing you have to admire, respect, and appreciate with this Bulls team is they've had some really difficult luck with the injuries to Derrick Rose, but it was a no-excuse team. They never hung their heads. They competed. And they continue to win at a high level.
Nice shot by McDermott.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Washington trailing. Miller outside. He kicks to Beal. It's stolen by Heinrich. It's tipped. Beal with the steal. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Miller with the ball. They get it back. Porter, no luck.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Heinrich kicks to Gibson. Heinrich against Miller. And here's Heinrich. 6 on the shot clock. Mirotic gets the bucket. And the Bulls so resilient. A lot of credit has to go to Coach Tom Thibodeau. He gets them to play with tremendous effort every game.
Well, in the front office, too, Kevin. I mean, you think about the late first-round picks that they've turned into Taj Gibson and Jimmy Butler. Very productive two-way players that have held their own when Rose was out.
Snatched up. Here's Gortat, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot. on a follow just like he got there.
Heinrich passes to Gibson. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Heinrich's got his 4th assist in this one.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. So for the Wizards, Nene, he's checked in for Blair. Pierce comes in for Porter. And John Wall subbed in for Bradley Beal. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Miller kicks to Gortat. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Andre Miller, one of the best dime droppers around.
Bulls have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Wall against Heinrich. Gibson inside. And now running up the court. Miller pushing it up. Here's Gortat. He nails it. And we're tied up. Gortat's got 6 points in the quarter.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
Nene, a 6'11" Brazilian big man, strong and quick-footed with a nice touch. He's a quality two-way player. And for him, as it is the case with a lot of players, it's about health. And over the course of his 12-year career, he's missed almost a third of available games due to injury.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, interestingly, guys, Joakim Noah draws inspiration from music. Not the typical selections you might think. He is a huge reggae fan. Noah said, quote, "People think reggae is such happy music, but really listen to the lyrics. It's about empowerment. It's about uniting people. It gives me strength on the floor." Guys?
Noah, definitely a unique player and character in the NBA. Good to see. Good kid. Thank you, Doris. And Wall kicks to Pierce. Miller outside. Shot clock at 6. It's Pierce with the drive. Tries yet again. And Nene with the lay-in. Good. Nene's got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. You talk about Nene's troubles at times staying on the court, Steve. Some say he's unwilling to play through pain.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case. You know, all I know is that when he's healthy, he is one of the most effective big men in the NBA, and he had a terrific run in the playoffs last year, particularly in that Chicago series.
Wizards have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Humphrey sets a pick for Wall. Humphreys against Gibson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Chris Humphreys, one of the lone veterans, Steve, last season on the rebuilding Celtics team.
Well, he was really a salary cap piece in that trade that brought Garnett and Pierce to Brooklyn. So, yeah, the minutes, limited by the needs of the Celtics to play younger players. But for the Celtics, I mean, they were actually better on both ends when he was on the court.
Chicago making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Rose dishes to Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. That's now 8 points for Butler. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
Wall passes to Miller. He feeds it to Nene. Butler with the steal. Outside Rose takes the 3. Rebound by the Wizards.
And for Humphreys last season, a return to form with his mid-range jump shot. Very much value added. He's dangerous from that high post area.
Rose against Wall. 5 on the clock. Pulls it up. It's hauled in by Noah.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the boards.
Outside Rose. Puts up the baby hook. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a big bonus for them to end the quarter as he beats the buzzer.
Talk about maximizing every last possession you've got. Right there, it was done.
And we're through 2 here in a good one. Bulls out front. They lead by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I have Derrick Rose, and Derrick, you guys were scoring pretty nicely as a unit here tonight. How do you facilitate that?
Just be more efficient. I'm taking less shots, making sure that I make my shots and take my time on the offensive end and get people involved in the game.
Thank you, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. 12 points, and there's a nice number in the assist column as well.
Yeah, it is a nice number. He's taken it upon himself to really find his teammates and to get this offense going.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Washington's turnaround last year was in part in how they played on the road.
Yeah, they went from being a joke on the road, a non-factor really in 2013, to one of the better road teams in 2014. As a matter of fact, in the playoffs, they blitzed the Bulls on the road in that first-round series.
Good point. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, the Bulls, known for their hard-nosed style of play, something Coach Tom Thibodeau calls, quote, Chicago tough. Center Joakim Noah said, I don't think our style would work everywhere. It represents our city. Our whole thing is playing with more of an edge than the other team. He added, we aren't scared of anybody. Guys?
They don't back down. Thanks, Doris. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Wall. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Dishes it to Gasol. Unlated kicks to Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Shots good by Butler.
Well, I'll bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
Pierce against Noah. Here's Nene. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Dunleavy. And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick, Clark, back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination that he plays with.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Nene, I think, an underrated defensive player. Not a big shot blocker, but he has tremendous size and strength, and he can move laterally. So he can really move and cover the pick and roll and switch on to guards, an effective defender.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Wizards trail by 5. Outside, Wall. It's Pierce on the wing. Back to Wall. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Wall's got 6.
And Nene, for his size and agility, at times somewhat disappointing in terms of rebounding the ball. Throughout his career, actually, his rebound rate has fallen steadily over the last 3 years. Maybe injuries a factor in that, but they do need more from him on the glass.
Well, you got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Outside, Wall. Nene outside. Back to Wall. Gortat dishes to Beal. Another shot. Not that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Gortat.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
You talk about the subtle decline for Nene. Is scoring efficiency, Steve, also taking a turn for the worse over the last couple seasons?
Yeah, still in his early 30s. You know, age shouldn't be that big a factor for a big man, but I guess it's the accumulation of all those injuries, including his knee sprain last season, that may be taking their toll.
Wall again throws. Outside, Wall. Back to Nene. Takes it off the glass. Now just a 1-point Bulls lead.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
Back to Rose. To the wing right side. Near the three-point line. It's done leaving. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Here's Wall. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Wall's got 6 points in the quarter. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, you're right, Clark. 7 lead changes already.
That's good. 16 points for Rose.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Wizards have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. There's a screen by Gortat. Here's the pass to Gortat. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Gortat's got 12.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
And the shot is good.
The defense sagged off, and, you know, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that three.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
Yeah, no question. If I'm them, I'm definitely going 2-for-1.
Nene into the lane. And Washington again with the bucket.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Here's Rose. 16 points for him. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Pretty good performance from the free throw line last season. He was about 84% from the line.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be. He goes to the line.
Now here's Beal. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. And both free throws good for Beal. McDermott, no one around him. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. It's all tied in Chicago. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And it's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
Well, Chicago has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Heinrich is out there with Tony Snell, and it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And he gets it to go.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
Miller kicks to Porter. He dishes it to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. From 11 feet away, and he gets it to go. Beal's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
Wow, fans just getting their money's worth tonight. Really entertaining ball game.
It has been. The margin separating these teams has been paper thin.
Here's Gibson. Again, Chicago.
Boy, bad timing. Now is not the time to be giving him that shot.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Washington calls timeout.
Kirk Heinrich in his 12th season out of Kansas. Remember covering this guy in college. Still a quality defensive combo guard. At 6'4", tremendous IQ and anticipation really helps him at the defensive end. And he's, I think, a little underrated offensively, too.
Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
McDermott can't get it to go. And Heinrich playing big numbers for the Bulls last season. Steve, his shooting percentages have started now to tail off over the last few years.
You know, I think his defense is really what keeps him on the court at this point, Kevin. Offensively, still a good playmaker and a decision maker, but he's not going to be a big scorer.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Miller kicks to Beal. Gortat with the screen for Beal. There's a screen by Gortat, and they call an illegal screen here.
He pretty much played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's really the only time he's turned it over so far.
So for the Wizards, Nene, he's checked in for Humphries. Pierce comes in for Porter, and it's John Wall in for Andre Miller. Wall against Heinrich. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 4-point Chicago lead.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Gortat dishes to Pierce. Pass to Wall. Pierce kicks to Wall. From 7 and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Heinrich with it. Heinrich, right side. McDermott passes to Heinrich. Shoots it up. McDermott can't get it to go.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Here's Pierce. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Out to the right wing. Heinrich up top. He's covered by Beal. Snell kicks to Heinrich. Jump shot is good. Heinrich's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Wall dishes to Beal. And Wall kicks to Pierce. The feed to Nene. Rebound by the Bulls. Now Heinrich. Out to the right wing. Releases. McDermott can't get it to go.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
The shot by Pierce will not go. Chicago leading by 4. And here's Heinrich. Now the dish to McDermott. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Off the iron that time.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Pierce kicks to Nene. Back to Pierce. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Butler comes in for McDermott, and it's Rose in for Tony Snell. Wall against Rose. Heinrich, right side. Back to Rose. Outside Butler. From downtown. Trifecta.
And another three-pointer for the second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 35 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
They need to get a quick bucket here. If there's more than 24 seconds left afterwards, they can try for a stop. If there's less, they'll have to foul.
Here's Gortat. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Still went down, but with no defense anywhere near him, he might as well just go straight up. No need to fade away.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his second.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. It's a 2-possession game now. And they've got to score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste at all.
Here's Wall. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Wow, he is just on cruise control right now. He's been unstoppable.
Yeah, the defense doing its best, but he's been too much for him.
But you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
At the line for the Bulls.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there to ensure that they're going to go home with the W.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
That's his fourth personal foul. Fifth.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Derrick Rose. At the line for the Bulls.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game. Beal with it. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And now down to Doris Burke, who is courtside, standing by with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Derek, you were able to maneuver in and out of the lane and handle many tough shooting situations. How did that become such a big part of your game?
That's something I'm used to, I guess. Just playing in the park, playing in the gym, trying to shoot crazy shots, and thank God they're going in.
Well done, Derek. Thank you. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.